Alright, so we got a new update to the Butcher Circus mod. General, selfish, act out, pass, reduced from 10% to 5%. Cause party, stress, act out, increased from 15 to 20. That's good, actually. That's probably good. Irrational, random skill, act out, reduced from 10 to 5. Why? Cause party, stress, act out, increased from 10 to 15. Oh. Okay. Afflictions, all affliction resistance buffs reduced from minus 15% to minus 10%. Why? All afflictions now list what they do in exact detail upon hovering on the affliction token. Wait a minute. The affliction token on the hero's effects bar, due to limited space allowed through this method, I was not able to fit action comments, but I will try and find a workaround for this if possible. Absolute cinema, yes. I thought he was going to do that next update. I didn't know he did it now. Daggum, okay. Virtues, all virtue resistance buffs reduced from 15% to 10%. Why? I don't feel like it needed that. I don't feel like either effect needed. I guess nerfing stress is good though. Just not the way I'd go about it, but whatever. All virtues now list what they do in exact detail upon hovering over the virtue token on the hero's effects bar. Good. Shield breaker exposed. Crit chance increased from 6.5 to 7. No more half measures fault. Good. I mean, that's fine. It's 0.5. Who cares? A-bomb. Crit buff. Range damage buff lowered from 25% to 15. That is good. That's good. Transform. De-transform. Range damage buff lowered from 25 to 15. Wait, is that a base game stat? Because those are bonkers. Like, yeah, no, that's good. A spike chain, riposte plus 10% damage removed. That's probably for the best. Changes made to address high riposte damage. There's really no perfect way to keep his riposte from going off the rails without also severely hampering his normal ranged attacks. When I made the range damage buff, I was under the impression that they did not affect his riposte. I was told by several people this is not the case. Even with spike chain plus crit buff, plus de-transformation buff, plus crit damage on his riposte, it should be 16. With spike damage, it was 5 to 10, which is more reasonable. Okay, gotcha. Unfortunate, but that's fine. Musketeer, quick draw. Riposte now functions as a range skill for the purposes of trinket effects, if it didn't previously. Oh, okay. I wonder if it didn't work as a range skill. Tincture of Iodine added plus 5 dodge. It does not need that. It does not need that, but whatever. Mini Ball added plus 5 accuracy range skills. That's good. Trinket changes made to make them more similar to Arbalest in terms of total bonuses. I like how he's adding these little parentheses here, explaining his thought process. That's really good. I like that. Finish him. Death blow dealt chance increased from 50% to 70. It does not need that, dude. This guy's good enough. He's good enough. He hits hard enough. Like, why are you buffing one of the best characters in the game right now? Whatever. This change was made to make Bounty Hunter less reliant on only bringing finisher. He was not reliant. This attack of all things was not reliant on finisher. There are other things that were reliant on finisher, not that. Let's run on finisher and allow him to go for more damaging trinket setups such as Heartseeker plus Jagged Chopper. He wasn't gonna go for Jagged Chopper anyway. I mean, whatever. And to make it more appealing against Collect Bounty, as long as he can hit rank 3 with any of his attacks, it's always going to be whichever attack they can hit rank 3 is always going to be more appealing. That's just simply the way it is. Plus 20% was added specifically because this amount is the amount that most death blow resistance trinkets grant, so you're just nullifying them. Cool. Allows him to deal with rank 1 to 2 heroes with death blow resist trinkets such as Hellion, Flagellant, and Crusader more reliably. He could already deal with them well enough. Plus, them having death blow resist trinkets is the freaking point. You're just allowing the counter that Bounty Hunter has to not exist. Dude, the Bounty Hunter stocks are going up for no reason. Uppercut plus 20% damage versus days. Freaking whatever, dude. Damage bonus versus daze. Added to make uppercut more appealing as an alternative to straightforward stun moves. That's not necessary. Really, uppercut's just bad because he has better skills. Like, if uppercut did a debuff, maybe. Or, like, I guess if it marked, but... I mean, mark would probably be too strong, but yeah. Fixed a bug where plus damage versus dazed and stunned would not clear on finish him properly when deselecting the move, leading to the ability to stack the damage? Huh? I don't remember hearing about that, but that's really funny. Good thing he patched it, though. Mace Bash added plus 20% damage versus daze. Yeah, no, that's good. That's really good. Idol of Purity added plus 50% debuff resistance. This trinket does not need this. This trinket is already good, but whatever. Alright. Crush damage mod increase from plus 10% to plus 15%. Doesn't matter. Armor piercing increase from plus 10% to plus 100%, like Pierce. That might matter, but it doesn't really matter too much. Prot debuff increase from 10% to 20%. Rounds lowered from 5 to 3. None of these changes matter. Rampart, damage increased from minus 25% to minus 20%. Okay. Added plus 20% damage versus dazed. Okay. Rampart's still not as good as the other ones, but I mean, I guess it's more takeable now. Yeah, no, Crush is still useless though. Because why would I hit Crush when I could hit Bellow? Crush damage mod increased from minus... Wait, what? Oh, I think he probably meant Retribution here. Yeah, no, that's fine. Veteran's Gauntlet. Damage buff increased from plus 15% to plus 20%. Damage versus... yeah, okay. That's fine. Flagellant, Gauntlet of Absolution. Fixed a bug that would prevent Flagellant from being afflicted at 100 stress due to Gauntlet of Absolution loading the stress heal last in the queue. Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's really funny, though. Absolutely broken. I'm glad he patched it, but that's so funny. That Gauntlet of Absolution, the stress heal was loaded last in the queue, so if you hit him to 100 stress, he would just heal 5 and he'd be at 95. Oh, that's so funny. Blind Fire, damage mod, reduced back from minus 10% to, from 0% to minus 10%, was too effective for a stress move. Yes, I agree. That's actually a good change. That's really good. Stabilizing Tiller, plus 100% stress dealt when acting last, reduced to plus 33. Yeah. No, that's good. That's really good. Double stress when acting last was stupid. Too effective with a sniper shot, Death's Door crit when it's intended to be a suppressing fire buff. Yeah. No, that was way too good. Occultist, vulnerability curse. It's vulnerability hex, but whatever. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Debuff chance now properly 130 base as stated in previous changelog. Ah, okay. So that was a bug. I see. This change was accidentally left out of the update. Supposed to be included in. I see. Hellion, Terrifying Yop. Crit mod lowered from plus 6% to plus 1%. Whatever. Damage mod increased from minus 100 to minus 99. Cannot be reposed. Okay. Whatever. The crit was both too high, and the fact that it was the only non-damaging move in the game, crit was confusing and unintuitive, unless you paid attention to the crit mod or the changelog. These two changes address two problems. The negative damage mod should prevent it from Death's Door checking too easily, as any minus damage or prot will lower it to 0 damage. Yeah, but you don't always have that. Breakthrough clarified that plus 10% move resist buff is per target and lasts 3 rounds with a new tooltip. Thank you. That was very confusing. That was super confusing, and I thought it was a bug. Alright, that's cool.